Good evening and welcome to the Town of Acton Special Selectmen's Meeting for October 31st, 2013. First item on the agenda, a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
Seconded?
All in favor? Approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Seconded?
All in favor? Old business, we have none. New business.
Well, should have been under, take that, scratch that 5 there.
Okay, and that'll be new business. 5 will be announcements.
It should be new business.
Okay, new business. Okay, we're going to award the well drilling bid. We have 2 bids. One from Streeter and Sons at a price of $10 per foot for drilling and $12 per foot for steel well casing. And one from John Henry Sweat for $15 a foot for well casing and $6 a foot, I'm sorry, $12 per foot for well drilling. So there's a difference of $2 a foot for drilling, Streeter's $2 cheaper, and there's a difference of $3 per foot for the casing. Streeter is also, Streeter and Sons is also cheaper there. So do I hear a motion?
I move that we accept the bid from Streeter.
Seconded?
Okay, discussion. We will award the bid to Mr. Streeter, Streeter and Sons Well Drilling, with a requirement that they prove that they have workman's comp. We do have their liability insurance, but under the new rules, we also have to have proof of workers' comp insurance or a certificate from the state of Maine stating that they do not have a requirement to have workman's comp. As long as that paperwork is in, then we will vote on the motion to award the contract to Streeter. So all in favor? Okay. Okay, award of the landscaping bid. We put out an RFP for design and building of a new handicap access to the front of the building with a staircase to remove that hill that's out there. And we only received one bid, and that's from Earthworks Landscaping for a total price of $12,542.62. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we accept the Earthworks bid.
Seconded?
All in favor?
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah,
can I raise a question with respect to that?
sure.
I think where that's handicapped access, you're going to require railings there, and I didn't see any railings there.
Right.
Sorry, but I took a quick look at it. I don't
Yeah.
know the issue with that, right?
Yeah, no, we did. We met with him tonight. We already addressed that, and we've already figured out where we're going to do that, how we're going to do that. So, yeah, yeah. All right, so there's that one. Okay. And on that note, you have the floor. You want to come to discuss Willow Street turnaround.
First of all, you have a draft letter in front of you that has caused a little bit of stir, apparently. This is a draft that I quickly put together on Monday morning, and that's as far as it's gone. I have sent copies to the committee for their comments and have received a few comments. And I also understand there's a reservation with respect to a sentence in the letter, and I have no problem with striking that because it doesn't serve a useful purpose. My only purpose for including it in the letter was to make it clear to everybody what the issue really was. Now, Lorraine, I believe, has with her tonight the original map of the subdivision.
That's this one or this one?
The one that's sealed.
Onions, yeah.
We we or the committee and the road commissioners would like to have a turnaround there. We also need a turnaround for a school bus at the end of that. That's been a topic for considerable discussion. Our problem proceeding and negotiating with the owner at this point, how to affect that is that it's not clear to me, and I don't think to anybody else, what the town legally owns, if it owns anything, in fact. There's no definition of the ends, for instance, of the roads. There's also a portion of that road that is set aside that goes to the left of Willow Street, and it's not clear whether that becomes part of the transfer to the town. So I think the first step in this process is to get a legal definition, one way or another, of what the town does own. And that's where we're at. But we can't really ask Scott to go up there and tell us where he'd like to carve a turnaround until we know what the town can carve a turnaround on, or if we need to negotiate with somebody to get a piece of land to create a turnaround
That's a
on.
copy of the vote, the big sheet down there.
Right. Okay, and this was, okay, you had March meetings then, March 9th, 1974, to see if the town will accept the Colby Rickford Road, is that what it is?
Colby Ricker.
Ricker Road, so-called in the west side of Square Pond as a town road. This road is a 50-foot road and turnaround and was tarred last year. Finance Committee recommends that this road be accepted with the provision that the 50-foot radius for turnaround is provided, or with a Y suitable for snow plowing turning amendment. Upon motion by John Winchell, was noted to accept the article and amendment. And it doesn't say how it was voted, though. Was it accepted?
Said accept, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it was accepted, okay. And then, since 1974, nobody has done anything about getting a turnaround?
That's our understanding.
Okay.
So if you'll excuse me for a minute, you can see that this road appears to go here, this road appears to go out here, and obviously we have a description of it going here. I mean, it's bounded here, but beyond that, and where that turnaround would be created, is subject to discussion.
So, is this the Y that they were talking about? So that you could back in here, and then pull out? Is that why that 50-foot right-of-way is there?
I don't think so. I think that was created as part of the subdivision plan.
That 50-foot right-of-way is just, if you look on the other map here,
Yeah.
it's just access to that piece of land,
Oh, okay.
the back land, because.
Oh,
it's
this,
all back land.
oh, back here,
Yeah,
oh,
I think
okay.
it's just access to the
There's the-
back land.
okay. Okay.
Back when my husband was road commissioner, the last place up, all they did, they plowed up, and then they backed back into the last dooryard and pulled out. They cleaned the place up there, but there was never an established right-of-way as such.
That's
I
the-
suggested to Tom that maybe the thing is to go with the letter, negotiate with these people that there's supposed to be a right-of-way, have Scott, because that's his section, lay out where he wants the right-of-way, and have the people deed us the turnaround.
Okay. Have we had any contact with What's Left LLC?
No,
I
that's,
think that's the first contact.
But-
Okay, I would suggest, before we go on to a letter and threatening them that it's not going to be a town road anymore, I would suggest that we give them a call and explain to them that we need a right-of-way and see what they say. I mean, to come in 30-some-odd years later and send a letter saying that the failure to convey title or for the town to accept title means the road is a private road, not a town road, and that the town does not have the right or the legal authority or mandate to maintain the road. The town wishes to resolve this oversight and to create the necessary turnaround at the end of the road for maintenance equipment. failure to resolve this matter may result in the town halting town services on the road. I mean, town meeting is the only one that can stop the services on the road, so to even send a letter like that is unacceptable to me, but...
I don't have a problem deleting that from the letter. The problem with contacting them is, I believe this is just a legal office that represents a front. I have no idea how to get a hold of them on the telephone.
Okay, but we can do some research, and, because I'm sure we have addresses to send tax bills and things like that, so we can find out how to get a hold of them, and the folks here in this office are pretty good about that. We just found somebody tonight that didn't take us too long, so that lives in another state, so I'm sure we can get in touch with them, make arrangements, Scott, for you to meet with a representative, tell them what you want and what you need. We'll show them this, because I'm sure if it's an LLC, there's definitely lawyers involved. And I would hate to send a letter like that to a law firm. So I think first step is call them, and we'll do that. We'll get a contact for you, and we'll see if they're willing to take a look at this and help us out. I mean, it's going to be to their benefit, because it's going to give access to their piece of land too, right? Do they just own vacant land? What's left LLC?
Vacant land, right.
It's just vacant land. So if there's no plowing, and they're at the end of the road? Or they own that 50-foot right-of-way?
They're accessible through both that road to the left and straight ahead.
Okay.
The problem with straight ahead is there's a huge bank there. There's an elevation probably of on the order of, what, 12 to 15 there, Scott? And it's a major, major piece of earthwork.
Do you think it's like a gravel knoll or something, or
No, it's along the ledge.
ledge?
Yeah, yeah,
No doubt the best spot would be that other right away.
The 50-foot?
yeah.
50-foot right
So then you would go up to the ledge and then back into the 50-foot and have her turn around there?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think before we send a letter, we'll find a phone number, find a contact for you, and set up a meeting and to have a verbal discussion first, and then we'll figure out what we have to do after that. Okay?
Something simple as an easement that, we can
Yeah.
turn around and we don't even have.
Yeah, and I mean, it's to their benefit, and it was written into the, the town floor voted for it, and they accepted those terms, and just nobody pursued it since then. So I think the first step is just a conversation, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Okay?
Well, if you can get a contact, that's fine.
I'll find one. I'll find
Where
one.
have you been turning around? You've been plowing it.
Basically, at the end, it's not, there's kind of a driveway off to the right that goes, and there's another driveway off to the left, but it's kind of it gets dug up every year. You get a big truck in there, there's a good chance you get hung up in there.
Yep.
Just one of those spots, I was thinking that.
Just want more of a designated, or,
Right.
yeah. Okay, good.
And the other places on this road, are they camps or year-round homes, or both?
All year round.
All year round?
All year round,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
We also need room for a school bus, obviously, if we're going to do this. It's got to be big enough to accommodate a school bus and a plow.
Do we have a school bus going down there now?
Does the school bus go up there?
I don't think so now, but the
probably have walked
possibility
to
could
the end of the
arrive
road,
at any
right?
point in
I
time.
used to pick up, when I drove school bus.
Drove in.
Right there at
Yeah.
Willow Street.
Yeah.
The kids
Right.
all came to
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah, I think that's what they do now, but I think, we have to anticipate this. The other issue that comes to mind with respect to gaining title to this, and I addressed it when we did the road ordinance years ago, was eventually on the lakefronts, it has always concerned me that we're going to be putting in sewers. Okay, and if we're going to be putting in sewers at some point in the future, it serves the town's interest now to clearly define what the town owns and what the town doesn't own. Maybe we're not going to be putting in sewers, and hopefully we're not, but odds are pretty good that we will be at some point in the future. So that's an issue that we need to keep in the back of our mind. Also, the other thing is overhead. You folks sign regularly pole permits. Are you doing that on town land, or are you doing that on somebody's private land? You don't know. You understand why it concerns me that we have definition?
But it's not the only road that's like this.
No,
mean,
I understand that. I
And
understand
to
that.
go back, was it 1974, so it's
Right, 74.
20, yeah, so
Well, road
36,
ordinance now
38.
requires a
Right,
title doesn't.
right, yeah. I worked hard to get that in there when we did
Any new
that.
roads, the
Yeah.
road will be titled
Right.
too.
Okay, very good, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good evening.
Thanks, Tom.
All right. Scott, you want to just talk a little bit about where we're going to put the well, if you would, just so people know why we made the decision we did on where to place it?
I did talk with Alan Goodrich about it. We both determined that we did some research, and the town does own a fair amount of land right out in the front by the monument out here. And we said, as far as cost effective, that is the most logical spot. We had some, some leach beds down front. So on the back by the corner of the old fire station, we couldn't put it down there because of leach beds. So the well might have to go way down front, down there by the sign where the old well pump was, which that was probably, it's like 230 feet from our existing well now. And that would be it might be bigger wire, because we don't know how deep the well's gonna be, but we know the trench is gonna be 230 feet, so there's gonna be more wire, there'd be more pipe, there'd be more insulation, more hot top, more digging, just a lot more versus putting it right across, which would be 60 feet. And I think Pat Stevens and I think it was Monday, we took his little machine over there and we dug a hole, and we got down 4.5 feet before I really hit something solid, and that's with his, his real small machine. And
Oh, so you used a bucket? I thought you drilled. So you used a bucket and actually dug down and didn't, okay.
Yeah,
that's
with just
even better. Okay.
with the small excavator, but I'm gonna be bringing my bigger one in, so
Yeah.
I might be able to pick at it a little bit more anyway.
Yeah.
But Alan and I, we both discussed, 4.5 feet plus insulation, there'll be plenty,
Okay.
so.
All right, so
that's-
we're gonna ask Mr. Streeter to start right after the election on Tuesday, as soon as he can.
Yep.
And then, what do you figure, a day, 2 days for?
Pretty much a day, we should be able to have it in, and maybe not hot topped, but have it all in and compacted and backfilled.
And you'll be able to give half the driveway for driving in and out while you're working on it?
Yep, well, the town hall shouldn't be an
Or should we
issue.
just use that other entrance?
No, the town hall will be able to use most of their whole driveway.
Okay.
And the church can always get in through their other entrance, and so it won't be messing up the front door, or, business can run as usual,
Great.
All right.
All right, so
Thank you.
we'll have him start as soon as he can, and then we'll let you know when to come in after that.
Excellent.
Great, thanks a lot, Scott.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
So I guess we gotta, guess we gotta, I gotta sign this. It's signing the contract and proposal for Streeter to do the well. Got my stuff, TV. Oh, 31st, Halloween.
Yep.
Okay, so that's done. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Motion?
All set.
I move we adjourn.
Seconded.
All in favor?